Oi guys, Friday morning, up and out here doing it. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Hope everybody's going to be going into the weekend with some PPA, moving forward in the direction that you want to be going in, reaching those goals. And kind of brings me to the subject that I wanted to talk about, because I wasn't actually going to be throwing down a vlog today. I've had bloody migraine for a couple of days. It's still there a little bit of a headache, but no way near where I was even last night. And it's all the tension up in my neck and shit. God, I need some deep tissue massage. So if anybody knows some really good deep tissue massage in and around my area of Central Florida, shit man, give me a shout. Because it's better word of mouth than knowing someone's good, and then you're not searching, excuse me, hiccup. But brings me around my subject, which is personal. I'm not saying everybody does it, and some people it creeps up on and you don't even realise it, like me. And that's burnout. You know, we can reach an area even with the things that we love to do. Now don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my job. I wouldn't be without my job for the world. Love my job, love what I do, love seeing people get on, love the fact that, you know, we can sit there and I can help someone see themselves and help them get forward. But with me, it's not just my job that I'm doing. I bring mental health all into my personal life because I open my eyes and I'm working on self straight away until I go to bed and close my eyes, constantly working on myself. So I have that. Everything I read is around mental health, pretty much. A lot of the things I watch on TV is around mental health, and I don't just sit there and watch an interview. I'm there taking notes, or if something comes up, I'm like grabbing a pad and a pen, and I might have somebody in mind that I can help, and I'll start writing. I used to scan when I used to be on Twitter, now X, but when I used to be on there, I used to scan through and find people and say, hey, you okay? Private message them and start helping them out. And so it's a constant thing. Even with podcasting, I'll throw the heavy. If you notice, I ain't got headphones today. My beautiful falling apart ear cups headphones. I hope the sun's right behind my head. Hang on, let me lower it down a bit. You know, even with podcasting it was all mental health. And you know, I put a podcast out there. Go and check it out. Getting Real with Cockney Buddha. Getting, Gettin. Getting Real with the Cockney Buddha, or with Cockney Buddha, sorry. And the good thing about my podcast, because I love doing that too, love it. But the good thing about that is it's called Getting Real. So I can wrap all different kinds of subjects around that. Most of it right now is all to do with mental health, and there's some good subjects on there I think you might get something out of if you go and check it out. It's across all the platforms. But even that is like wrapped around, you know, when I'm listening to the podcast, it's wrapped around mental health normally. And I'm listening to mental health, and I'm reading, and I'm looking at, you know, watching interviews on TV, and I'm taking notes, and it's constant. So I didn't really realise to the extent that it was that. Hang on a minute. Give me a sec. Thank you. Get past the mower. There we go. Anyway, I didn't realise the extent of it that I was in because I love it so much. I didn't realise how it was starting to. I was starting to get to that point. And I sat with my therapist yesterday, and I was telling her everything that I do, and she looked at me and says, "Whoa, no wonder you got headaches," because it literally is. Everything is all you know, and not that there's anything right, you know, I'm not completely dogging it, I'm just saying, even the things you love, you can reach that point where you'll start burning out, guys. You start getting into resentments as well and anger. I know when on the Fridays, when I do my thing, I know on the Fridays when I do my thing, I've had those Fridays where I've got up in the morning and I'm like, oh no, what subject am I going to use? I want a subject where I can reach the people, and right? And then I start getting in that state instead of just hitting the button and hit the record and go, hey, listen, oh yeah, what's going on? You know, and just talk and let it flow. In fact, some of the best vlogs, I haven't done it that often, but some of the best vlogs I've had, I haven't had a subject. I just hit the button. Hit the button and start talking. Swap hands. But it can become a bit much because it's all you're doing. And I'm not just talking about mental health, guys. That's not the idea of this subject. The thing is I'm constantly, or I should say not me, if we're constantly working on a certain thing and it becomes everything, it comes into our personal life, and we are doing it daily, continuously, those things that we enjoy can sometimes become a bit of a burden, because it becomes so much, and then we end up leaving things and not wanting to do them and starting to have some resentments towards it and things like that. And that's not a place you want to get to. So I know with myself, I'm going to start reading some different books. That's the first point of call. I also thought while I was out on the walk, I thought, you know what, I'm going to get a podcast where it's like, I don't know, short stories or something, and listen to stories or something like that, or a different interest. I know I got one on ice baths. There's a couple of guys that do a thing on ice baths, and even though that's geared around mental health, I know, well, it is for me. It might not be for anybody else, but it is for me because it's part of getting into this again. But just start to spread it out a little bit, and not taking it to where everything is me looking, and just allowing myself some space from it. I don't know what it is. I think it might be because if I don't know. But, if I don't do it, I'm going to lose it. Heck no, you ain't going to lose shit, right? You really think about it, you're not going to lose it. So it's all about, giving yourself space, putting other things in there that you can enjoy that ain't completely geared towards one way. And like I say, I'm not talking about just mental health. That's me. That's a personal thing to me. It could be anything. It could be absolutely anything. Are you a workaholic? Do you work your ass off? You might have started that job liking it and loving it and being, this is great. And then you start getting pushed. Like, let me walk on because I've got a mower coming towards me now. And then you start doing the overtime and you start getting pushed and doing more hours. And what happens then? When you're constantly doing it and you're getting pulled away from maybe things that you might have done with the family, and it's like, you've got that thing where if I don't do this meeting, or if I don't do this thing for work, right, what happens? You used to love it. Now you're getting into some resentment. You're starting to get annoyed. You're starting to get mad with the people around you, even though it ain't their fault, right? So just be careful and become aware of where you sit with things that you're doing. And I'm going to say it again, there's nothing wrong with it. Be aware. When you start getting in those areas where you're starting to think, oh, hang on a minute, like I told you on the Friday mornings when I'm starting to go, oh no, I ain't got a subject to talk about. There's something wrong with that. I'm doing it for the fun, and I'm doing it to get the message out there. Getting the message out there to people. And by the way, that's another thing that drives me nuts. It drives me crazy. Because here we are, and I know a few people personally that are in this, podcasters, vloggers, and they're out there doing it because they want to get the message out to people. They're out there because they love people, they love the fact that they can help another person, and that's what they do. Some telling their personal life, some giving interviews to people, and I don't think people get enough recognition that are doing that. I think it's, we're not looking for a crown on our freaking head, but when you go around and you start looking at other channels on YouTube and that, and you look at someone that's, eating a bunch of freaking jelly, and there's like hundreds of thousands that's tuning into that because they get something out of it, and then you look at mine and I might have 30, right? I might have 30, not followers, but 30 views, and I'm talking about, well, actually, even when you look at those people that are on TV eating shit and people are getting something out of it, they've got bloody, God knows how many subscribers too. It blows my mind. And yet you've got people out there that's putting out a word and trying to make it happen for people, and it's not happening. So, what does that do to people? Makes them want to try harder. Oh, I'm not reaching the right content. I'm not reaching the people. No, you're reaching the people. You're out there doing it. You're reaching the people. And to those people that know who I'm talking to, they know. Don't lose touch with the reasons why you started. I've been told that too, and it's right. Put the word out there. Keep going with the word out there. Don't burn out with it though. And remember, those people that are following those people with the munching on different foods and things like that, I'm only picking on that because that's one that came to mind because my girls are watching one and I couldn't understand it. Just remember, are those who's following them loyal? I'm looking for loyal people. I want those people, I want that community of people that all come together and all share and help each other out. So watch your burnout, guys. Watch your burnout. Don't get mad either. If you start getting mad at what you're doing, then start looking at it, become aware of it. Do something about it. Have a great weekend. Love each and every one of you. Keep going, keep moving. Keep that awareness. Stay the course. Namaste.